Right, so I've got quite a quick and easy tutorial for you today. For those of you that maybe don't even know what this is a magic circle. You might have seen a pattern asked for this and you're wondering what it is. Or you might have tried to do it and not succeeded. So I'm just going to show you how I do it. So you take your yarn tail end facing down, and then you're just going to make one wrap around of your finger. So you're not really crossing it over like you would with a slip knot. You're just making sort of a loose spiral, if you will. Okay, and then you're just going to put your hook into that loop that you've made, making sure you've got the two strands there. And then if you just keep your finger on the whole thing, then you can set up the tension on the other hand, like that. And then you're ready to make your first stitch. So it feels a little bit odd because it's not secure like you might be used to. It's still quite loose and free. So we're going to just keep that finger on those two strands of yarn as we yarn over and just hook that through. So you're just grabbing a bit of yarn and hooking it through. Then I usually let go and then just secure the tail end and the loop, just so it doesn't come unravelled, because at this point it still is only just wrapped round. And then we're going to go and make our first chain. And at this point it's a lot more secure. Okay, so if you were going to make, you're working in rounds, you would probably now make another chain. And then maybe if you were working half double crochets into that magic circle, you now just start working around this loop of yarn. So a lot of patterns call for 6 as a starting round. So we'll do 1, 2, 3. And now you can probably be confident to just let go of that for a moment while you turn the circle. But then I would just sort of keep hold of it again once you're ready to start your next stitch. Okay, so we've done 3, 4, tail's getting in the way now, 5, 6. So it all looks a little bit messy and a little bit loose at this point. We've almost sort of got a row of stitches rather than a circle. But the magic part of the magic circle is when you pull the tail. So we'll take the tail and pull it nice and tight, and that's where you'll see your circle appear. Okay, so if you're working in rows, you're going to do a slip stitch into that first stitch. So pull that tight, and then you're ready to work your next row. So usually on a circle you would put 2 stitches in each of the stitches you've already made. So I'm going to slip stitch into that first half double crochet, and you can see there I've completed my first round. So obviously for your next round you would chain 1 and work 2 into each stitch if you want to make a circle or circular shape. And then this tail is just always there ready to be sewn in at the end, and you can just keep tightening it up, or when you get to the end of your project you can tighten it up. Speaking of projects that use magic circle, I am just working on some sofa socks, as I like to call them, socks that you can snuggle up on the sofa wearing when it's getting a bit colder. So I'll be sharing that pattern soon, and this will be how you start that pattern off. That pattern starts slightly different because we're working a spiral rather than working in rows, but I'll do another video on that one. Yeah, so that's how we do a magic circle.